Okay, everybody, here we go. It is me. It's just lovely to be here. Honestly, it is. I love all you people. Thank you. All my friends are here. I don't want to be anywhere else. That's really the truth here. So, post market wrap up on this, of course, lovely day here, June 23rd, 2023, Friday. We made it. All right. Let's start off with the market here. I have, again, 2 pages of stuff I want to talk with you, go over with you. So the stock market today under some pressure here. Nothing major. The 10-year yield is a freaking the whole yield curve. If you're not paying, is inverted beyond anyone's wildest dreams. I mean, seriously, and it's been this way for quite a long time, with every single leading economic indicator, every one of them, pointing lower, meaning the economy is already doing pretty badly and it's going to get a lot worse moving forward here. Despite all the talk and the fakery and the distractions with regard to inflation, which is, there's no way to go but higher from here. But again, the tale, the fairy tale being told or being propagated by the propaganda ministry is, oh yeah, eventually the Fed's going to get it right. No, this is deliberate. Thanks, Mitch. I appreciate that. This is just the beginning of where we're going with regard to prices inflating because the dollar is losing purchasing power along with every other freaking central bank issued currency. You all know that. It's incredible, but that's just the way it's going to be for now. Cryptos are extremely volatile. Yes, I'm just looking at some of the comments here. Did you see Bitcoin Cash today? Talking about cryptos real quick, up over 35%. Wow. While we're talking about cryptos real quick, they're marching higher here. Bitcoin on its way to 31,000. Look, my take on that space here. I have exposure to it, not an overwhelming amount, but I do own some of this stuff here. I think, people should at least have some of this in their portfolio. Gold and silver today. Gold finished slightly higher, silver under pressure, crude oil a little bit lower. The relative strength of the dollar continues its march higher. Again, look, I don't know how long you and I have discussed that the dollar for now, for probably for the foreseeable future, really is going to remain the prettiest belle at the ball, and that's just the way it's going to be for now. Anyway, we got the 10-year yield, as I said, kind of stuck in a range, but it's just so fake. Every single time we see a sell-off in the debt market, yields start rising just by some miracle. It just happens to drop every time. It transcends way beyond coincidence here. This is not a coincidence at all, and the yield curve itself, as we discussed, keeps on inverting even further. And the news, the economic news from around the world is, the economy is slowing down, and but they want you to believe the U.S. is immune. It's insane. I wonder how many people actually buy this. That the U.S. We're just disconnected from everything else. Everywhere else is doing terrible, but we're the exception here in the United States. No, the fact of the matter is we're driving the rest of the world. The Federal Reserve is the biggest freak among the freak show, deliberately doing what they're doing here. Central banks working in concert to take the system apart, destroying the consumer here. It's an incredible thing. Debt defaults on the rise, skyrocketing inflation with nowhere to go but higher from here. But with the tail from, again, it just drives me nuts. Turn on Fox Business, Bloomberg, CNBC, oh yes, the Fed's in the fight of their lives. They keep pushing this. The Fed's in no fight. The Fed is destroying the economy by killing the consumer. Pretty obvious, right? Anyway, so a couple other things that we need to pay attention to. Now, you and I mean this, before anyone else even uttered anything about the banks being in trouble here. This is going back 10 months ago. We outlined here how no deposits, no loans, and no deals were going to hurt the banks. Well, we are witnessing a pretty significant issue, obviously, with regard to the regional banks. And it's interesting how this is playing out. So, this is a piece of news that I think is very relevant. Thanks, Mitch. The Federal Reserve's emergency funding facility for the regional banks, well, it's now hit a record high. These regional banks' troubles, it's not gone away. You don't hear about it. Again, the flow of information or the dispersing of information is controlled. They can't allow people to understand what's going on. The regional banks are collapsing. Their assets are being bought for pennies on the dollar by the major institutions. Hold that thought. We have a lot to talk about with regard to the major institutions who are in a whole bunch of trouble here, and I mean that. And I want us to keep our eyes on this. But so you know, the runs on these smaller institutions are still going on. Henceforth, why this emergency funding facility from the Fed, just now hit a new record high. They're propping up a zombified system just long enough to consolidate it. You and I have known this since day one, okay? And these institutions are, again, absorbing the assets, whatever is good, of these regional institutions. The rest of it's going to be on your back and my back, as always. Now, with regard to the larger banks, so we understand, like I said, 10 months ago, discussing the issue here: no loans, no deals, no deposits. Now, the big banks, obviously in the same boat, but there's a caveat here. The major institutions' exposure to what I believe is going to be another crisis. You know how this works: crisis to crisis to crisis. That's how we operate these days. This commercial real estate issue is massive. Now, these major institutions have, I can't even imagine the exposure they all have, all of them, every single one of them. Their books are loaded with our now toxic assets, just like last time. Sound familiar to you? This commercial real estate issue is going to require some kind of a way to make, of course, the institutions whole, while people bear the brunt. The people, bear the brunt of their mistake. It's always the same story. The banks will survive. The major banks, and as they are consolidated, will survive. The rest of us, well, that remains to be seen. What do? They suck us dry. Literally, they suck us dry, and then they suck us dry again. If any of you believe for even a split second that these major institutions are going to be allowed to suffer losses on their books, you see, these institutions, they have a main line to the Federal Reserve. So we got a main line to nothing. You understand? Here in this country, especially around the world, we have no representation, nothing. It's over, all of it. But these institutions here, they will survive at the cost of everything else. Tell me again, what is the job of government? Is it really to help its people prosper? No. The job of a government is to survive. And the government here and around the world is the central banks. They run the show. They run the economy. They run the world markets. They run the financial system. Henceforth, they make the rules. That's the truth. All right. Everything else is it's a sideshow. The Joe Bidens and the Trumps and whatever it is. Okay, that's just a way to keep people in line, and that's unfortunate, but it's totally true. Anyway, so that's the big thing here. Couple of things. Number one, this emergency funding facility for the regional banks is being sucked dry. Where's all that cash come from? Let's see. Let's put that together. Does the Federal Reserve have a room full of cash that they have stashed? No, they just add it to a screen, whatever they want to. Oh, what does this regional bank need? Brrr, send it over. What does that regional bank need? Brrr, send it over. That's all it is. Okay. And with regard to this commercial real estate issue that's going to be rearing its ugly head probably relatively soon. Same kind of thing. What do you need? Brrr, send it over. What do you need? Brrr, send it over. And you see, what you're not allowed to know is when the Fed creates whatever they need to create out of nothing, it's massively inflationary. Mitch, thanks again. It's just so true. You all understand that, right? Anyway, so this is going to lead to some kind of bailout, bail-in. Who knows? You and I are going to be made to suffer. Absolutely. There's just no doubt about it. Anyways, here's another piece of information that's frankly, I mean, laughable. Laughable. So we heard today, they want you and I to believe, are you ready for this? That the economy is expanding. Meanwhile, we just found out yesterday from the Federal Reserve that this is actually not even true. And I've been telling you, you and I have covered this for the longest time. The economy here in the United States and around the world is cratering at its fastest pace ever. Meanwhile, inflation continues to rise and rise and rise with no end in sight here. You understand? So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? You're going to sit back. We're going to talk about all this stuff. Yeah, it's all well and good, but you got to be making the right moves here. Exposure to commodities, let them play their games. Gold and silver, you know that. Banging against the debt, becoming your own central bank here, raising your awareness, understanding what they're doing to you, to me, what they're trying to pull off here. That's all. That's all we do, you and I. All right. We put together the picture. You understand what's going on, and that's just the way it is. Perry, JEPQ, sure. I like JEPQ as well. I think JEPI is a little less risky, but you do get a nice dividend from JPQ as well. As well. What do you guys want me to lick silver for? As a matter of fact, all of you know that I'm kind of moving really very, very soon. I kind of cleared off my desk here. I don't even have any gold and silver out here anymore, so I can't lick it or play with it right now. Although I want to, I think about it, believe me. Anyway, let me just make sure I covered all the important things I wanted to cover with you. Commercial real estate crisis, absolutely. This is going to unfold much more dramatically moving forward. And of course, you know the story. This is being hidden from people, and nobody knows until everybody knows. And then it's a crisis. That's what they do, time and time and time again. Isn't that right, Jerome Powell? I know you're here with us. I see you. So let's tell everyone what's actually going on here. Ocean Gate, yeah, that's another one. Crazy situation. Really kind of very sad. Vomitous regional banking mess. Exactly. Yes, Timmy, I am moving. I am leaving Vegas. In fact, I'm leaving very soon. I'll keep all of you on top of all this as we get closer to it. Anyway, like I was saying, it's not just the regional banks. I want you, if you're going to take away something from this particular video, it's that they want you to believe this is a regional bank issue. No, it was never just a regional bank issue. This has no doubt has already affected the major institutions, and this is going to unfold to a much greater degree. No one even knows, and they're not allowing us to know the exposure that the major institutions have to commercial real estate. But I'm going to tell you right here and right now, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty at all. Mitch, thanks again. I appreciate that. And yeah, they're all going to hell, and they're going to suck us down with it. They're going to suck us down with it, people. You all know that. What part of Florida? Bradenton, Florida. My Camaro's coming. My Cuda's coming too. Yes, of course. You kidding me? I'm going to be drag racing the living hell out of my cars over at Bradenton Motorsports Park. So hopefully I'll see some of you there. Anyway, that's the story, people. I think we covered everything that I wanted to really talk about here. So let's just let's cover some of the stuff you guys wanted. The Ring the Museum. I want to check it out. Lava Girl. Look who's here. All my friends. Magic Mika, Lava Girl, Scott Heller, everybody. All my friends. Alan Greenspan. Everybody. We didn't cover 33. What the heck do you want to cover about 33? I don't even know what you're even referring to, honestly. Did I miss something with that? Lord? I don't. This is kind of out there, people. Pee-wee? Who's Pee-wee who? Oh, stop with the yelling. God, you people yelling is hot. Where is Lord Humongous? That's the real question. We need to know where he is. Magic mushrooms from Alan Greenspan. Lovely. All right, people. I think we're pretty much done today. we covered everything I wanted to cover. I think the most important thing, as I said, we got to keep our eyes on the debt market. It's amazing to watch this. What is this with the 33s? Will someone tell me what this 33 thing is all about? I have no idea. Anyway, it's just silly to just post that and not elaborate. Mitch, thank you for 3. That's one of those 3s, huh? Anyway, you guys are awesome. Jerome, please tell me what this is all about. You seem to be in. Yeah, exactly. Perry, what the heck is it? I don't know, people. I guess I missed that one. Anyway, you think I look all right? Thank you. I tried to calm down my hair because people had a meltdown when my hair was a little crazy over there. I was just trying to. I actually took the gel. I put a little gel in between. We did kind of like this, and I took my hand and I kind of went like that with it, and it kind of went all crazy. Anyway, people, thank you for those thumbs up. I really wish we could improve that. We're at 459. Got almost 1,200 people here. I will play the guitar for you one day. I promise. I promise. 34. What is it with these numbers here? Oh my gosh. Look, this is a little over my head, I guess, you guys, people. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. 69. Okay, I get that one. I get that one. All right, I will see all of you in the morning as usual. Thanks again for the thumbs up. Thanks for the support. Thanks for being here with me. I love these post-market wrap-ups, the live versions. It's crazy. Do you remember how this started out? When I first started doing these live ones, people went crazy. We hate it. Stop doing the live stream. Go back to the old format. I don't understand the difference, really. I pretty much cover the same things, except I get to interact with you, which makes it a lot more fun for me. Like when I sit here in the morning and I do my pre-recorded video, which I only do, honestly, to keep the people that don't like the live stream happy. I mean, there are people that love the live stream and there are people that hate it. So I figured, hey, you know what? Let's do both of these kinds of things. But the morning report to me is really freaking boring. It makes me want to scream, but that's okay. All right, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. Thanks again, people. I will see you in the morning. Robert, thank you for that. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. What movie am I going to watch tonight? That's interesting. You should ask that because I was thinking about watching the original movie, Wall Street. Either that or Margin Call. Great movie. Great movie. 454 Chevy. Now, there's a number I can relate to. Absolutely. All right. Love you a lot. I'll see you in the morning.